Hi, it's been a little bit since I've done a video, and there's a really good reason for that, and it's actually what I'm going to talk about today. And my topic today is burnout. When I'm talking about burnout, I'm talking more specifically to people in the mental health field or other helping professionals like doctors and nurses. But if you're not in one of those professions, you may also deal with burnout. So just hang tight with me for a second. So what do I mean by burnout? Burnout is something that happens to a lot of people in helping professions because we are focused on our clients, we're focused on the people we're trying to help, and what can happen is that constant focus on other people can cause us to neglect our own needs, and then we end up experiencing emotional and physical fatigue. Emotional fatigue could look like increased anxiety, increased depression, increased sadness. Of course, physical fatigue is I'm tired all the time, right? I don't have any energy. I can't get anything done. Ugh, that's that. Now, this happens a lot in helping professions. Specifically, what's been going on lately, I've heard from a lot of people, is some slight forms of burnout because of the additional anxieties related to the COVID-19 pandemic. I know for myself personally, this is why I haven't done any videos, because my caseload has gone crazy. I have so many people on my caseload, and so that's part of like having this balance, and admittedly my balance has been a little bit off, so I had to prioritize. I'm seeing more people, therefore I need to take more time for myself, because self-care and balancing work and life is a really great way to prevent burnout. Now, that can be challenging if you're working from home, which a lot of people are, and I've heard this from a lot of my colleagues and friends in the helping professions. They are working from home. They're doing like telemedicine if they're doctors. Some of them are doing telemedicine. Some of them are doing telehealth. So they're struggling with that work-life balance, especially when it comes to normally going out and hanging out with friends and family as a way to balance work and life. And that has been pretty impossible lately, or very, very hard to do. So it's important to talk about burnout and how do we prevent it. The first thing is to realize, hey, you might be vulnerable to burnout if you're in a helping profession, and if you're in a helping profession actively helping people during this whole COVID-19 crisis, because there's so many unknowns. And so like for me, my clients are anxious about all the unknowns, so I'm focusing on their needs. And then I'm being told all this different information too. So then I'm like, I don't know what's going on either. So it gets very difficult. So it's one, recognizing that you might be vulnerable to that. Two, checking in with yourself. Am I feeling a little more anxious? Am I feeling a little bit sad? Am I maybe getting a little depressed? Now, it's important to note that that's normal, right? Everybody has bad days. That's just because you're having one bad day doesn't mean that this is actually burnout. But if you're finding that you're, kind of having this more constant emotional or physical fatigue, then we need to check in. Then the third thing to do is tell yourself, how can I prevent burnout? And again, that's really balancing work and life. So it's taking on an active role in your own self-care. There's pillars of self-care, right? Nutrition, exercise, and sleep. Those are our three basics. You got to make sure that you're doing those. And then you need to do things to get your own needs met. So whatever those might be. For me, it was taking a pause on videos because my caseload was increasing, my workload was increasing, and I knew I needed to turn it off when I was done working, which means not doing a video on mental health. So that's why I had the little break. For you, it might be something else. It might be getting out in nature. It might be reading. It might be painting. It might be exercise. It might be going for a walk. It might be a virtual get-together with some friends. Whatever it is, make sure you're doing that. States are starting to reopen slowly, so there's probably more chances that you can actually get out and do some things that you couldn't do previously. So that's what I wanted to say. If you are in the helping profession and you're feeling a little bit of this exhaustion, it's normal, but just check in with yourself and see, is this sticking with me more than normal? do I need to reevaluate my work-life balance? The other thing I want to say is if you are in the helping profession, specifically a mental health professional, I just want to thank you. It has been a really difficult time for a lot of people, and they are seeking therapists. And if you're a therapist or a social worker and you've been there for your clients and you've showed up every day, despite all the unknowns and despite the increased trauma that your clients might be experiencing, and despite all the increase of anxiety and depression, you're showing up and you're doing your best. Thank you so much. You are very appreciated. The other thing, if you are a family member, a friend to somebody in the helping profession, reach out. Check in with them. Ask if there's anything you can do to support them. I'm telling you right now, it will be greatly appreciated. And finally, if you are in the helping profession, I'm going to challenge you today to go do something good for yourself. Go do that thing you want to do. Go take care of yourself. Get your work-life balance in check and have a great day. I'd love to hear what you're doing. If you have been struggling with burnout, what are you doing to get support? Do you need a little extra support? If you feel like you've got your whole work-life balance thing super situated during these kind of uncertain times, drop a comment. I'd love to hear that also. And as always, if you find this video useful or if you think it could help someone else, please like and share it, and make sure you follow me on YouTube as well as my website where I put out some weekly blog posts. With that, I am actually going to go out now and do some awesome self-care. So I will see you guys later. Take care and have a great week. Bye.